Stephen, maybe just lay it out for us on what the whole implications of this and what this could lead to for some of these EM countries.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, with Russia cutting pipe gas supplies to Europe, they need to import more liquefied natural gas. Now, there's only a set supply of global LNG around the world. And so that means the more that Europe imports to replace that Russian gas supply, the less other countries get. And just through the markets of capitalism, the poorer nations can no longer afford it as Europe buys more and drives up the price of that fuel. You're seeing imports into Pakistan, Bangladesh, Thailand, India fall drastically. China's imports have also dropped, due in part to the high price as well as their COVID-0 lockdowns and what that's meant on demand. But overall, Europe is sort of sucking the LNG supply in the world, and it's coming at the expense of emerging markets. Now, what we're seeing in the emerging markets is there are rampant blackouts over the summer. There could be more this winter when demand and prices peak again. You're also seeing political upheaval, and this isn't just a one-year thing. This is expected to continue through 2026 and 2027, or even beyond, because that's how long it takes to get new LNG export facilities offline and online in Qatar, in the United States, to boost supply in the market, to balance everything. But until then, these emerging markets are going to be under a lot of economic stress.
Right, and what's the short-term solution then between now and, we talked about it in the last hour, between now and that eventual, hopefully we don't get to that point, what can they do?
So one of the things which is interesting is they're potentially just going to be getting closer to Russia. Russia has been in discussions with Pakistan. They're sending more LNG to China, maybe even trying to do some sort of deals with India. And because with a lot of the world looking at ridding themselves of Russian gas, that means that the countries that want a discount, want a lower price, may turn more to Russia in the future. At the same time, you're going to also see countries like Thailand and others use more coal. Now, the reason why that's important is natural gas is the cleaning, burning fossil fuel. Coal is much dirtier, so in the short term, you could see a jump in emissions as they turn to dirtier fuels like coal, like fuel oil. That's going to, and it's coming, amid the COP27 talks, it's going to be a major topic that will have to be discussed, as well as just demand destruction. The blackouts is one way to, unfortunately, fix the issue of not enough supply. When there's not enough supply, you've got to cut back on demand, and that means what these countries are going to be doing is gas rationing to industries, and also planned blackouts, load shedding, as they call it, for just households. And that's really all they can do in the immediate term. They can invest more in renewables, but that's going to take some time to get those online.